Alright, hello guys. This is Uchen chart here. Okay, so today I'll be addressing how this setup was actually framed on Audusd using MSNR and CRT. Okay, this was actually the second entry setup. This was the first one. Okay, this was the first one with my stop right around here. Okay, and why the second entry actually came from this very level. Okay, yeah, that was the second entry with the stop around here. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how I actually caught this very trade on Audusd. Okay, and without much, let's get right into it. Okay, so let's just clear the drawings. And when we go to the weekly time frame or even monthly, we can see that on the monthly time frame, price has actually been very bullish. Okay, this very month, February, actually started off of this RBS. Okay, and when we go to the weekly time frame, we can see this was the weekly candle, and from where we actually call that very setup, this was we had this weekly candle from this very OCL around here, and the next level we have was this very weekly OCL. But before this, let's see what happened in this very OCL below. Okay, so on the 2 days chart, I like using the 2 days time frame very much. Okay, so on the 2 day we had this 2 day RBS right here, and when we go to the daily, okay, you can also see that on the daily time frame we still have that same RBS right there. And on the daily time frame, we actually had these multiple candle rejections around these levels. Okay, there were multiple candle rejections, and direction wise we are already very bullish. And when you go to the H4 after that daily rejection, okay, so when you go to the H4 after that daily rejection, so following your traditional SNR storyline, okay, you can actually see that in here we had this liquidity sweep. Okay, if we're looking to take a direct entry from this very level, okay, from this very level, this would be your liquidity engagement. Okay, so in here we had this liquidity sweep, and right up here, this very target was actually met right up here. And personally, I was actually expecting a little more push to the upside, and coupled with the fact that you have your traditional SNR daily reject daily H4 breakout. Okay, so this was the H4 breakout. We always use candle bodies. Okay, this was the H4 breakout. And when you go to your line chart, this is what it actually looks like. Okay, so this was the breakout, and after that we had these very levels here, with this level and this level. But remember, I'm going to only be focusing on the level that has my inducement, that has an inducement, to it. So I'm going to be focusing on the level with an inducement. And when you look at this level, I do not have any inducement above that level. And right here, we have this equal lows resting below here. So which is the reason why I'm going to rule out this very level. Why? This is actually a whole new structure on its own. Because when you look at this, this is a structure, and this is another structure on its own. Okay, so if you get confused, just look at it. This is it. They're whole new structures on their own. Okay, but we are going to be making use of major structures, not minor structures. So I'll still drop a video on market structure. So it will be very important that you actually follow, so you don't miss out on that video, because that will be a game changer for most of you. All right, so here we had this inducement right here, and this is our H4 V level. Okay, and when you're referring to 2 hours, this is what it looks like on 2 hours, and this is the level that is going to serve as our inducement. Okay, and where are we going to be targeting? First of all, in trading MSNR, we actually consider obstacles. All right, okay, so this is going to be our obstacle, all right, which is our first exit point, and if price breaks above it, we are going to see ourselves at 0.71467. Okay, so we place our limit and wait for price to come. Okay, and this was where my limit is going to be, with my stop right below this very level. Okay, my stop right below this level, and first take profit, let's say around here, and the price breaks above here, we're going to target here overall. Okay, and this is what price did. Okay, sorry, this was it. Price just triggered. This was it. Price just triggered, and I actually didn't. Yeah, you can actually use this was like the first entry. Okay, this was the first entry. And the second entry, which is the one I actually used, the type 2 entry, is this very one here. Okay, so this was an 11 RR trade, but the type 2 entry actually came from this very level. Okay, so the type 2 entry is the H4 level, rejecting the H4 level with this, and here on H1 you have your liquidity sweep and then H1V level. Okay, so this is going to be my second entry on this very trade. Okay, this is going to be my second entry on this very trade with my stop right below this very low, and I'm still targeting here. If the price breaks above here, we're going to target the overall high. All right, and this was it. Price just triggered, it was quick, and it just kept pushing and pushing, and yeah, so that was it, and that was actually how this pair was traded. And currently we are actually having a very good reaction from this very level. Okay, with this as inducement into that very level, but I've not been consistent with trading because I'm actually preparing for my exams and stuff. Okay, so this would have made another good entry. All right, so if it holds up good, we're going to be getting ourselves around here. So guys, that was actually how this trade on AUD was taken, and this was in fact shared in my Telegram channel, the outlook and everything. Okay, it was shared in my Telegram channel. The name is written in my chat, just like it is written here. All right, and we share outlooks like this in my Telegram channel, so you can just join us there. You have a lot to learn, and I believe I'll be able to help in that regard. All right, so please kindly like, follow, and comment your questions. Drop your questions in the comment section if you have any, because I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. All right, bye. Peace.